welcome to BC Fit Exercise of the Month. I'm here today with ex-SANFL Glenelg Football Club player and strength and conditioning coach with health and performance training, Mr. Daniel Kirk. Thanks for coming today with us.
Thanks,
Kirky. Kirky sustained an ankle injury in 2012 which cut short his very promising football career and left him with a permanent injury. Proving that you can't keep a good man down, Daniel has not let this injury stop his aspirations of becoming a top athlete. After trying many different sports, Daniel has now set his sights on the Rio Paralympics as a discus thrower. Daniel is able to compete in the discus at the Paralympics under the F44 category. Daniel has thrown the qualifying distance of 46.4 metres in training, which can put him right in the contention of winning a medal in this event. Kirky, can you take us through your SANFL playing days and the struggles of coming back after a devastating ankle injury and what got you into pursuing discus throwing?
Yeah, look, I was really lucky to play SANFL footy. It's a terrific league and South Australia is really lucky to have such a passionate sort of supporter base with that. So very fortunate to play 8 years and play out in the bays and in some successful sides as well as some that sort of struggled a little bit. But after the injury it wasn't possible anymore. So I had to look for sort of other ways of getting that kind of physical fix, I guess, in terms of keeping well about yourself and just that sort of day-to-day quality of life. So it took a while. It took me nearly 2.5 years to be able to find something else which I could do again. I wasn't capable of any able-bodied sports. I tried water polo and even that was too stressful on the ankle. So very fortunate to have found this Paralympic pathway and be sort of endeavouring to now go to perhaps a world champs and very hopefully a Rio Paralympics next year, which is phenomenal. Yeah, really lucky.
Yeah, well that's great to see that it didn't stop the injury and you kept going and now found something else you can pursue and looks like that's going to really doing well for you. So to help you achieve your dream that you wanted to be a professional sportsman and compete on the world stage, you're looking for financial and product support for training and travelling demands due to limited funding. Can you discuss what this would mean to you and how you can get people involved and what they can receive in return for this?
Yeah, sure. Look, I'm lucky to have some local businesses that support me already. So I've got Cold Laser Pain Relief, I've got Core Physio Beverley, the Findon Fruit Barn, I've got Star Wellness Centre, I've got the Sports Centre, the Grace Emily Hotel, and also Brian's Gourmet Meats down Glenelg. So very thankful to those guys. Thank you again. But obviously, it's actually an enormous challenge. What you probably don't realise about elite sport if you're not doing it is that it really does consume your life to a certain regard in terms of you can't just have a day off if you're not feeling good about yourself or you're feeling a little bit down. So for me, and particularly training during winter in Adelaide, it's not possible necessarily to throw the discs in wet weather, so you've got to be really careful about how you schedule your sessions and have the flexibility to be able to move around work and move around training and fit in your gym sessions and those sort of things. And to do that, I need to be able to release some financial pressure. That's the most challenging part, like to be able to earn enough of an income to plan for a wedding in January with my partner Kim.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. And just to get by, to pay rent and buy food and those sort of things. So look, I've been lucky with the supporters that I have already got, as well as some support from SASI and from Athletics Australia, so very grateful for those two organisations. But to be elite and to be competitive with probably the top 4 or 5 guys in my sport, I need to train more, and to do that I need to be able to relieve some financial pressure. So if there's anyone out there that is willing to sort of help out or get on board, look, I can sort of help, with running some strength and conditioning stuff for your business, given that's my sort of specialty. Come and do some corporate work. We can put logos on training attire, jackets, bags. Social media is another way that we can promote them on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook, as well as having my own business and personal website. So there's opportunities there for sponsors to create a bit of a win-win situation as well. Yeah.
Well, that's great to see the support you have got already, and it does all help. So get on board and back behind someone who's got a very good chance at medaling Paralympic Games. here as well. Obviously, lots of different exercises you have to go through and train for. How many times per week would you be training to make this dream come true?
Look, at the moment, it's got to be a minimum of 3 throw sessions. So they'll go from sort of anywhere from 2 to 3 hours sometimes, depending on what I tack on to the end of those sessions, where I do some extra strength stuff. Again, a minimum of 3 gym sessions, but hopefully sort of 4 with both of those. And then again, that'll be a couple of hours as well. And then I also do some Pilates and something which probably most people haven't heard of, Feldenkrais, which is it's a movement-based class that a gentleman called Moshe Feldenkrais came up with. And it's fantastic for freedom of movement and efficient movement patterns, and it's all based around kind of how babies move and evolve and those sort of things. So yeah, look, it's a pretty demanding schedule, but it's something that I love and enjoy, and just it's finding the time to be able to commit to all that, which is a challenge, but obviously something worthwhile.
Yep, no, that's great. And out of all the exercises you do, what would be your favourite one, and what do you think would be the one that will help you get across the line?
There's lots of stuff that I do. I think one that's probably relevant for the sport that I'm doing and people at home might be able to sort of take something from is just a cable rotation. And the reason it's good is because it's developing power from the lower body and transferring that through the upper, which is very similar to discus. So it's not meant to replicate the movement of discus, it's more just meant to be able to sort of generate that power through the lower, through that core and upper body. So to sort of develop that sort of that structural integrity to my frame. Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, if you could demonstrate that exercise for us to show people at home what that's about.
Absolutely, happy to help.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.
In cable rotation, what we're going to do here is I'll be taking it from low to high, so I've got a low anchor point with the cable. And then the idea is to squat into that movement rather than leaning forward and drive up through the hips, generating that force from the lower body up through the upper. Okay, so what it looks like is just like this. So starting here and then drive up to the legs, finish off by pushing through at the top and rotating. So this one's a great exercise for any sort of a rotational sport, particularly when you're going to be on your feet and looking to generate that power from that lower body with a good base of support.
If you want to get on board to help Daniel achieve his goal and get behind a South Australian Paralympian, or if you want some strength and conditioning training from a professional, you can contact Daniel on Instagram at daniel.kirk_athlete, on Twitter at hptraining.com.au, or via the website www.hptraining.com.au or www.danielkirk.com.au or via Facebook.
Well, thanks for coming along, and all the best with your endeavours to win a medal in the Rio Paralympics.
Thanks, Chris. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.